A local chef turned to tempeh to restore her health after facing a serious bacterial infection. Now she makes the living food in small batches for sale in Durango. You're watching the Local News Network, brought to you by 2180 Lighting and Design Studio and Fast Signs of Durango. I'm Wendy Graham Settle. Southwest Colorado chef Madalena Tuminero accidentally stabbed herself with a pitchfork several years ago and soon found her system overwhelmed with a serious bacterial infection. After months on intravenous antibiotics, she healed, but the microbiomes in her system were destroyed, leaving her vulnerable to more infections. Scientists estimate that the human body is home to about 100 trillion microbiomes like fungi, bacteria, or viruses that live in our skin, in our respiratory system, mouth, digestive tract, and other areas of our body. They protect us against disease and help us break down food to release energy. As a chef of 25 years, the last 15 of which were focused on organic and healthy foods, she searched for a way to restore the biomes in her system naturally. That's when her journey to make fresh tempeh began. Tempeh is a protein-rich food made from a combination of beans, grains, and seeds that's fermented with a type of fungus to produce mycelium, a white fiber-like substance that surrounds the bean and forms a solid cake of living food. Mycelium is the plant part of a fungus that allows the fungus to break down plants into nutrients. It's found naturally in soils and is sometimes used as an organic additive to enrich soils for cultivation.
And so this fungus has a life. It is alive. It's really hard to get live fungus anywhere in the US because it has a shelf life. And so we're used to eating things that are packaged and processed, pasteurized so that they're shelf stable. This is not. And this fungus isn't quite done yet. It's still growing here. And the inspiration for the tempeh has been made for thousands of years, but the inspiration for the tempeh for me to get into it was seeing the mycelium in the soil where we grow our food to try to create pockets of life. So in the beginning of life, or the end, depending on how you want to look at it, the mycelium comes in and makes the nutrition available in the soil for the plants. Well, the mycelium is doing the same thing here. So the mycelium comes in and breaks down the oleosaccharides in the beans, grains, and legumes and makes the nutrition more available for us to intake. And that's really important. It also develops an amazing flavor. So you get a lot of umami flavors and these complex, cheesy, nutty, depending on the substrate. So for a chef, this is a really unique food, and then it ages to create even more intense umami flavors.
Tuminero began making commercial batches of tempeh about a year ago under the label of Love Tempeh. In winter, she makes about 100 pounds per week, and in summer, up to 300 pounds per week in her home-based commercial kitchen. Tuminero makes every batch by hand from all organic products. She hand wraps the bricks in environmentally sustainable paper and delivers her products to retail stores herself. Although tempeh traditionally is made with soybeans, Tuminero makes 6 varieties, from a black bean, millet, and sunflower seed tempeh to what she calls a breakfast tempeh, made with chickpeas, cocoa nibs, and pumpkin seeds. The latter doesn't taste like chocolate at all. She calls it a breakfast tempeh because the cocoa has caffeine in it.
And fresh tempeh is so versatile. You can really use it any way that you would cook meat. But it's so good that honestly the best thing to do with it is just a little bit of salt, fried and maybe just a touch of oil on a nice thick cast iron skillet. It's so special. I mean, the subtle flavors of fresh tempeh, you don't get that with pasteurized tempeh. This is real live fungus. So it's almost very similar to cooking a mushroom, but it's firmer. So unlike tofu or mushrooms, it's easier to throw on a grill. This is not even done yet, but it's quite firm. And you can also use it like bread. So slicing it long ways and toasting it will work really nicely. It holds up for people who don't do gluten or certain grains, that's a really good option just because it's still a whole food.
You can purchase Love Tempeh at Nature's Oasis, Durango Natural Foods, Zuma Natural Foods in Mancos, and the Durango Farmers Market. To learn more about Love Tempeh, visit her website at lovetempeh.com. Thanks for watching this edition of the Local News Network. I'm Wendy Graham Settle.